Joining us now, Niall Stanage, White House columnist with our partners at The Hill. Niall, thanks for being with us. You know, the primary season is now officially over. What do you think is the biggest takeaway here?
I think a couple of things briefly, Nichole. One is former President Trump's influence on the GOP. That remains very strong in primaries. We saw a number of his candidates prevail, but it is of questionable usefulness for general elections. Some of his most high-profile picks are struggling, people like Mehmet Oz in Pennsylvania, Herschel Walker in Georgia. On the Democratic side, I think the centrists or the centre-left had a pretty good primary season against the progressives, against the left wing of the Democratic Party. Don't have time to tick through every race there, but Henry Cuellar in Texas defeating Jessica Cisneros, Sean Patrick Maloney in New York defeating a progressive challenger. Those were good results for the so-called establishment of the Democratic Party.
All right, so Niall, in the lead to you, we went over those inflation numbers there. Phoenix, Atlanta, Miami all have the highest inflation in America, much higher than, nationally other places. All three of those states have high-profile Senate races. Is there a connection here? How do you think inflation will factor into those races once November hits?
Inflation is a huge issue. It's maybe the prime issue in these midterms. And it's obviously one that plays to Republicans' advantage and Democrats' disadvantage. Now, all politics is local, as the old saying goes. Clearly, if in a particular state inflation is very high, that would make it an even bigger issue. It would tend to make voters even more discontented. One caveat pointing the other way, Nichole, I would just point out that in the states you mentioned, abortion is also a particularly live issue because of laws or proposed laws. And that issue appears to be, politically speaking, benefiting Democrats and disadvantaging Republicans.
All right, so we will certainly see what happens. Niall Stanage, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.